Good morning, it's Gemma. Um, Another big day for me today, and a busy one at that. I've made sure that I've come to see the oak tree. It's 5 to 6 in the morning. It's perfect out here. It's cool. There's nobody around, so it's a fantastic opportunity to get all your frustrations out, rage out loud, or just talk to yourself, get your thoughts and feelings in order. um, I've got to go to Poplar today. I start another voluntary job at the Felix Project. So they rescue food that would otherwise be thrown out by supermarkets and restaurants, etc., and cook up the ingredients so long as they pass all the health and safety regulations, and distribute them to people in need across London. And I'm hoping that partly the point of doing these voluntary jobs is to be able to get some references, because having been a professional musician for most of my life, I haven't needed references. I've just gone from one gig to another, one teaching job to another, just one gig to another, and collected testimonials along the way, and I've never needed references being self-employed. But for the work I'm interested in now, I'm going to need to retrain, which means hands-on experience, which means even for voluntary jobs getting references. So I'm looking forward to it. And I've got to go to Mile End, and there's Mile End Park there, which I'm really looking forward to seeing, and hopefully I'll show you. And just got to meet the volunteer manager today, and maybe do my first shift and take it from there. But like the other day when I went to Ilford for the other training that I did, it's scary, because it's something that I'm not used to anymore, being around people particularly. So it's good for me though, and you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone for things to happen sometimes in life. So I'm just gonna touch base. I did bring out my writing and drawing materials, but there's no time. I didn't put the immersion on, so I've got to get home and do that so that I can have a bath. It's just important that I've come out today. Picked up usual bag of rubbish. My pet hate at the moment is people buy packets of sweets and just drop the sweet wrappers like breadcrumbs everywhere, and they're just the right size to get stuck in a creature's throat and choke it. What's so difficult about putting it back in your pocket? But literally every time I come here, I'm picking up beer cans, baggies with drugs in, And I used to really spoil things for me, and I still don't like it, but instead of moaning about it, I just do what I can and pick it up. And it's something that I've had to accept is part and parcel of being outdoors. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. So I'm going to make my way home now and get on with the day. I don't know if you can hear the parakeets. We've got 2 or 3 parakeets and a crow and a squirrel are having a scrap up there. Just one observation that I've made today. When you look at the trunk of the tree, especially spots like this, it reminds me of the dry, cracked earth, you know, in a drought. It's sort of the same pattern, and that's what permaculture is about, observing patterns in nature and thinking about what they can teach us. This is what I was talking about just now. Yeah, so you've got cracked earth that resembles tree bark. And I'm wondering if in nature there's a reason for that. And I'll let you ponder on that. Today is going to be day 23 of the oak tree sit spot. Wasn't much of a sit today, but really did me good to get out. I just want to take the opportunity to thank those who are engaging with the writing I'm doing about the oak tree in the community section. I hope you're enjoying it, and would like to thank people that watch, like and subscribe, and the people that have left inspiring, encouraging, supportive comments. It's nice to know that my work resonates with people. Yeah, the sun's really coming out now. There'll be a very different atmosphere once we get to Myland, I'm sure. I thought I'd tell you a bit about how I came to hear about the Felix Project. It was Christmas time and I was watching a programme that Miriam Margolyes, the actress and hilarious, wonderful lady that I think she is, she was making a documentary about Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens is one of her literary heroes, and she was at the Charles Dickens Museum in London, which I'm yet to visit, and they'd put on Christmas dinner for her, and the Felix Project were the people who had made the Christmas dinner out of food that was still edible, but was about to be thrown out. So yeah, and I'm going to link that back to when I came across Charles Dickens. Yes, I don't know how to say this eloquently, but had it not been for me discovering a guy called David's books in a bin just around the corner from where we are now, he'd obviously died, I guess, and somebody had emptied the contents of his whole life into bins. And within the bin I found his Charles Dickens collection, and I began to read it and I fell in love. And had I not picked up those books, I wouldn't have been interested in this documentary I've just told you about, about the Dickens Museum. And it's funny how things happen, that you chance upon something in life which then leads you down the path of something that becomes a major life event. Right, I've just arrived at Mile End, making my way to this cash machine. Wow. Mile End Park. Mile End Park, Greenbridge South. Mile End Park was originally part of a grand scheme to form green corridors connecting the heart of London to the suburbs. Redesigned to commemorate the millennium, it is now a 90-acre linear park that runs along the eastern edge of the Regent's Canal. The park is divided into 7 themed zones, with the northern and southern areas linked by an innovative green bridge. Wow. So what I think I'm going to do is find where I'm headed to and then explore the park. I've got about an hour before I've got to be at the Felix Project, so it's a really great place, Mile End. I'm really enjoying it. So this is East London's only chalk meadow, Ackroyd Drive, Green Link. What I'll do is I'll take a picture of this and you can pause the video and read it at your leisure. Got some oxeye daisies out over there. Got lots in the garden, they're not quite out yet. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have time to read out that notice, but yeah, pause the video and expand the writing and we'll both learn something. Wow. just had a really uplifting encounter. There was this plants and flowers shop that I'm gonna pop in on the way back, I think. Just gonna look this way. I like graffiti in certain places. I think it goes well here. Don't like it over beautiful buildings in Paris, which is what's happened there over the past years. Oh, look at this lovely robin. Oh, gorgeous. I love that. Look at that. It's got some mushrooms. There's an owl. Wow. Yeah, this guy, he came out of the plant and flower shop with a beautiful bunch of flowers, and he said, oh, this is for my partner. I think he said that they'd been together 47 years, something like that, kind of nearing 50. He's from Bridgend in Wales, and I think she's from these parts, and he settled here with her, and neither of them have spoken about marriage, and it's her birthday today, and she got the all clear from cancer yesterday, and he was beaming from ear to ear, as he would be, and he said he's in an all-male voice choir, and he said that he and his partner have lasted longer in their relationships than all of them. So that was really nice to hear. I've got an interesting tree here. Looks as if it's been trimmed or what have you, but it's got a big crown of foliage and a nest grown out of the top. Here we are at Bartlett Park, which is just around the corner from the Felix Project, and I've got at least another half an hour to kill, so I found myself by the canal. It's years since I've walked along a canal. That's how exciting. We're in Limehouse Cut now. We're not far from where I did a gig at St Dunstan and All Saints, I think, church at Bank years and years ago now. Played at a wedding. So much to see in this world. I think when you sort of, like I've done, I've kind of confined myself to my area since the pandemic. You forget just what's out here, and I'm so glad I've been able to overcome my fears. of COVID to experience all this again. Yeah, unfortunately Mile End Park is way back near the station, so I haven't got time to revisit that at the moment. Well, I've done my first shift, only about an hour after my introduction, and the volunteer manager showed me around, and it's everything that I hoped it would be. Shocking how much food is thrown away. Food and drink is thrown away every day in London alone. It's shocking. We're in Mile End Park now. Don't want to stray too far from the main road, get lost. Excuse me. Yeah, so I was shown around the warehouse and the kitchen, and I opted to work in the kitchen, and I ended up chopping green beans, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of getting used to the amount of people and the noise, and I'm just not used to it, and it just takes it out of me. Yeah, it's nice here. It's an area where people can sunbathe and things. I'm too knackered really to do much exploring. I'm getting a bit of hay fever, sneezing. Sneeze again. Oh dear. These lovely nettles. I'm going to make a video soon about foraging for nettles, because this is the time to do it, and making some nettle soup. Maybe do that tomorrow. Yeah, so thinking right back to this morning and the oak tree visit. As with the ecotherapy buddy volunteer training, it really stood me in good stead for meeting new people, doing new things. I don't think I could have handled that had I not prepared first, done a bit of yoga and gone for that lovely walk. So yeah, I do like this place. It's got a nice vibe about it. So I'm going to say goodbye now. I hope you enjoyed our little trip to Mile End, somewhere different. And I shall see you again next time. Bye.